What brings us here today, members of the media and the public at large that is watching, is the fact that there's been much conversation in the media pertaining to investigations that was undertaken in KwaZulu-Natal. And in this particular specific instance, I'm referring to the investigations that came up in the Madlanga Commission, where initially Lieutenant General Khumalo cited certain cases and convictions and a history or record of a one Mr. Stuart Sharnick. In the case of Mr. Stuart, he is vehemently denying that he was charged on 18 cases. He says he was charged only on one case with many counts. Now, members of the media, I want to then go into one aspect which compromises the integrity of investigations in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because it then leaves one to ask the question, if he says it's only one case, what happened to the other cases that were of serious charges levels against him? And I want to then go into a breakdown of these cases and indicate to you what we have been undertaking. Mr. Stewart talks about 18 counts on one case. There are 18 case dockets, a combination of hijackings and theft of motor vehicle that we are talking about. These dockets at the time of investigation we did not see how it ended up into being centralized, but it became centralized to the Serious Organized Crime Unit within the Directorate of Priority Investigations. This is purely from looking at the physical docket before us. We're not talking about anybody making a statement somewhere. We're talking about a physical inspection of every docket. These dockets come from all over KwaZulu-Natal. And members of the media and the public, I will start to cite some of these dockets specifically related to theft of motor vehicles and hijackings. One of such matter was in the Durban Central area, which is a theft of motor vehicle. So in the theft of motor vehicle, it took place where the complainant confirms in his A1 affidavit that his car was stolen from him. We have the details of who the investigating officer, as I said, it was centralized. This is one of those dockets, and it was pulled together with the other dockets. The next case was in Hillcrest. It was a carjacking. This case of carjacking, he was also charged for, and it forms part of the plea agreement that was signed at court. The next case that I will refer to is the case of theft of motor vehicle from Durban North. The following case is a case of carjacking, again, at Chatsworth. The next one is a case of carjacking in Westville. We have another case of carjacking in Newlands East. We have a theft of motor vehicle in Townhill, a carjacking again in Sydenham, a carjacking in Pinetown, a theft of motor vehicle in Durban North, a theft of motor vehicle in Townhill, a carjacking in Malvern. Howick is a theft of motor vehicle. In Maryland, it's carjacking. In Bratton Beach, it's burglary residential. In Richards Bay, it's another case. I'm going to come back to that. I will specifically focus on the theft of motor vehicle and a carjacking. Again, another carjacking theft of motor vehicle and housebreaking in Mpangeni. Then another theft of motor vehicle in Hillcrest. And we have then another theft of motor vehicle in Maiden Wharf. I will come to the other cases in a short while. What we find in all of these cases to which the plea, so the court will better explain their processes of how they have accepted this plea. For now, we cannot, and I will not attempt to indicate what would have informed the court at that time to enter into a plea of all these serious crimes against this particular accused in court to the fine that he paid.